First and foremost, all thanks and praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Warakwadash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters also. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. I have Micah 2 and 10 pulled up, and it reads, Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So we are not yet in our rest. We aren't in our kingdom just yet. That's why our mentality should be focused on deliverance, focused on salvation. Now, being in this captivity, seeing that it's not our rest, that doesn't mean, we should just walk around looking miserable everywhere we go. That doesn't mean we're supposed to be in a spirit of depression where we're sitting in a dark room all day long. You don't want to open up your blinds. You just moping. You're not handling your manly duties. You're not handling your hygiene. We're not supposed to be in that type of spirit. But yet, we are to still understand we are not in our rest. This is not our time yet. Okay? We have been set up and brought down. We have been sent here to suffer punishment. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is soon to deliver us out of this punishment, but at this particular time, we are yet this day in our captivity. So we should be in the spirit of what? Hastening in the day, wanting to get out of this captivity. Let's go to Psalms 119. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and 134. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. A righteous man wants to be delivered from this oppression because this isn't our rest. The fact that we're still being oppressed, that is a sign on its own that we haven't been delivered yet. We're still under Esau Edom. But we're not going to be under Esau Edom forever. And as much as these devils can really get under our skin, as pompous as they are, as sedity as they can be, we have to understand that we're eventually going to be delivered out of the hands of our captors, out of the hands of the oppressor, the hands of the wicked. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. And where are the precepts found? Within the Bible. That's what I'm reading right now. The precepts, the oracles of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So a man who is in his right mind, he would understand this is not his rest, and that we're eventually going to be saved out of this captivity. So with knowing that, we shouldn't have our heart set on this kingdom. We shouldn't have our heart set on trying to be the richest Israelite, the next top basketball player, the next hip-hop artist, the next actor. That's not what our mind should be on. Our mind should be focused on pleasing the Lord and hoping that he can speed up the times for us so that we can get up out of here. Because this captivity is destroying us. We're worn out. Okay? Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. And the top man oppressing us is Esau Edom. All right? Even our own will oppress us. Our own will, do everything in their power to make sure they're up, even if it has to, do with overthrowing their brother or supplanting their own brother, their own kin. But overall, the top one who's in charge, the top oppressor, is Esau Edom. And understanding that we are not in our rest, that's a big deal. because it really does change your perspective. Let's go to Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. So this is speaking of ancient Nineveh, but this is also applying to America today, because America comes in the spirit of a lot of wicked, evil, ancient kingdoms before her. America is just a big, blob, a big mix of all these different kingdoms that have been set up at one time and then brought down. So this can apply to America right now, seeing that we're being oppressed here in America. This place is polluted. This place isn't our rest. Just like going back to the time of Nineveh, going back to the days when we were in ancient Egypt. Okay? It was not our rest. We've gone into various captivities. Okay? Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. So we're being oppressed in this big city today known as Babylon the Great in the Bible, also known as America today. And we're not being told that we're Israelites by our enemies. We're being told that we're Israelites through the Lord's people. That alone should say, well, damn, I've been lied to. They're not telling me who I am. Well, that alone shall show you're not my friends. You're not for me. You're not letting me know who I am. Well, guess what? That's also a form of oppression. Knowing something that's important, knowing some information, and you're not trying to, give that information to a person that could actually benefit them, that could be oppressive unto them. Leaving out information, okay, being in denial of the truth, those are also forms of oppression. We live in a society where we can't even be acknowledged that we are who we actually are, being the Israelites. Okay? But yet, all these other nations, their whole swag, their whole style, their increase comes off the back of Israelites, starting with Judah. All right? Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. So America, Babylon the Great, is in the same spirit of Nineveh. It's an oppressing city, also known as a she. America is likened unto a female. All right? And being under America, we've seen nothing but what? Favoritism towards the wicked. Let's go to Psalm 73 and verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Look at these Edomites, man. They're not in trouble like other men, but the thing is, the curses are starting to turn on them. So they're not getting away with the things that they once did. The reason why these police have body cameras now, well, that's because of the oppression, the unfair treatment of Judah. Okay, because of Judah, a lot of things are able to be done a certain way. And a lot of these nations don't want to consider that. As much as people want to hate on my tribe, as much as Judah is bugged out, the so-called African American here in America, a lot of things have been done behind Judah. Okay? Now we're at a time where police aren't getting off as easy gunning down a Negro. They're thinking 2 times, 3 times, 4 times over before going through with it, because they know, okay, I might not get away with it like back in the day, like my great-grandfather. Hell, like my grandfather, right? The curses are starting to turn upon them, but yet and still we are nevertheless in our captivity. We haven't been delivered just yet. And seeing these Edomites in power, you're seeing them being favored. You're seeing favor being bestowed upon them, because seeing that they're in power, they're doing everything in their power to paint the light on them as being the children of light, when really they are the children of darkness. You have something known as white supremacy. Okay, well, white supremacy or Edomite supremacy has covered the whole earth. They are not in trouble as other men, starting with the Israelites. No one on earth has been plagued like Jerusalem. No one on earth has gone through what Jerusalem has gone through. Okay? They are not in trouble as other men. They are plagued, neither are they plagued like other men. Tell me that's not Esau, the so-called white man. And if you don't believe that that's Esau, the so-called white man, you're bugged out. Okay? Isaiah chapter 26. Seeing that they're not in trouble as other men, Isaiah 26 and 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked. White supremacy. Esau's in his kingdom right now. He is living out his blessing. But his blessing is starting to dwindle away. It's starting to fade away. Okay? And as time goes, it's being more and more evident that they're losing their power. That's why they're going to come down soon with great wrath. Let favor be showed to the wicked, aka Esau, Edom. Yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, being our homeland, being Israel, will he deal unjustly. Look at what's happening in our homeland. They're having gay parades. They're passing unjust laws. They believe in a book called the Talmud. And that book has a whole bunch of wickedness. A whole bunch of wickedness. You might as well say, when Aleister Crowley, when he was alive, he had a saying called "Do what thou wilt." And I believe one of his nicknames was the Beast or something like that. Well, the Talmud is no different than reading that Aleister Crowley book. It goes into a whole bunch of darkness, a whole bunch of sex magic and different things like that. And it's hidden behind, we're the Lord's people. We're the ones who are favored by God. But so much information is being hid, is being covered up because people don't really read like that. But when you read the Talmud, it tells you what they do. Okay? It tells you what they do. They believe in sodomizing little babies, man. They believe in using their mouth to circumcise little boys. This is what they're doing in our land, our homeland, in the land of the righteous. A whole lot of wickedness is being done in our land. But see, this is showing not only are we not in our rest, our homeland is being defiled by demons, man, by devils, by enemies of Israel, man. They're just running amok on our homeland doing who knows what. Well, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and the holy angels know what, of course. But they're doing so much. I'm telling you, man, like, you can darn near just make something up. They're probably doing it. You know, these demons, man, these devils in the flesh, they're very wicked. They're very sinister. They're very left hand. And they're doing a lot in our land, Jerusalem, in Israel. Okay? In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. They don't reverence Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because if they did, they would know, well, okay, we shouldn't be oppressing the Lord's people because we'll have to pay for that. They're not thinking like that. In their mind, they can just do whatever they want to us and just get off. Let's go to Job chapter 24. Job 24 and 14. The murderer rising with the light killeth the poor and needy, and in the night is as a thief. So you have to be careful with these devils. They're hunting Israelites, whether you believe it or not. They have a deep hatred for Jacob. And you can't do nothing about it because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai made them that way. He made them to be the devil. And right now, it's not our time. And seeing that it's not our time, our people want to be a part of this world so bad that when we talk about it not being our time, when we talk about how the so-called white man is still oppressing us, they'll mock us. Oh, you still complaining about what the white man's doing? This is 2024. Racism don't exist no more, right? That's the mentality of a simple, stupid mind of a slave. The simple, stupid mind of a slave. of a Negro, Latino, and Native American that's been destroyed. They get offended when something is being spoke well for them. They're mad at that. That's how you know you've been destroyed. Okay, let's go to Psalms 73 and verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. So when you look at these devils, they speak highly concerning the oppression of our people. They speak loftily, so they speak highly. They don't care about oppressing us. They don't care about the conditions of our people. You're not going to see Esau, Edom, speaking of these elites, these higher governments going out of their way to make things work for Jacob. They're not going to do that. Their job is to be the wicked. Their job is to hunt after the souls of Jacob. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. That's why no changes are going to be made. That's why we've been in America all of our life, but they'll bring in some immigrant, or they'll invest in some country that has relations through through business. They'll throw some money to some allied countries, but when it comes to American citizens, so to speak, starting with Judah, they speak very highly at the oppressive conditions that the Negro is facing because they don't care. And yet, our people don't even consider that. So let's go down to verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. So these devils, they increase in riches. And they're increasing off the back of Israelites. They're increasing off the back of our people. Our people love it, man. Our people feed into it. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. So seeing our people love oppression, they hate when we speak against these devils, they hate when we bring out the truth, well, that's totally fine. Just understand that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to show you who the devil is. The same one you put your trust in is going to be the same one to come down upon you. Okay? Now let's go back to Psalm 73 and go down to 14. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say, I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. So we're speaking against, all the evils of Esau. We're speaking against oppression. We're exalting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but instead of our people, understanding and being, in the spirit of repentance, they make us the enemy. They make us the bad guy. But here it is. Esau is showing you to your face or subliminally, however he's doing it, that he don't like us. But yet we're the problem. When we say this, when we say that, oh, you still blaming the white man. You still doing, we can't be like that. We got to move forward. Look, man, you Negroes don't understand. The so-called white man was created to be the oppressor over us. He was created to be that whooping stick. So you better believe we are not in our rest, and these devils are still the devil. And as much as we complain and tell you, our people just don't care. I'm going to close it with this, man. Time's running for me. I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. So we've been exiled out of our homeland. And where we are currently, this present state, where we've been scattered all throughout the earth on top of that, we are not in our rest. If you were in your right mind, you would be seeking to be loose from this captivity. You would want to be delivered from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and not die in this captivity, not die in America, not die wherever you may be as an Israelite on this planet. Wherever you may be, if you believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, it's in you to want to be saved. It's in you to want to be delivered out of here. Not see things, going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny and no judgments happen. You want to see judgment come. Well, that's the right spirit to be in. You want to see deliverance happen. That's the spirit to be in. And that's what we have to understand. This is not our rest. These devils do not like us, man. Regardless of how cool they may come off, because the Lord can put a spirit on them where they can be at peace with you, it doesn't take away they are still the devil. And we are still not in our rest. All praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wa Rakakwadash. Shalom.